Well, here we are. It is now time for the finale of WRC 2 Extreme. And where ultimately we have pretty much done everything else career mode wise. I also filled out the WRC challenge last time out, so there's really nothing else for us to do except showcase the cheat codes. I was missing 2 cheat codes here before, and I will show you how to type those in. I have also turned off the music as well because, well, the music throughout this playthrough, if you have been noticing, was copyrighted. And yes, I am technically still using that copyrighted music for my video outro, but the 2 cheat codes I was missing were basically Push Me, and the other one was UF Opta. Basically, if you just type in the cheat codes, they turn on automatically, and you can also turn those off at any time you want. I figured I would more or less just showcase these in a minute, because we have also got some bonus stages to get through first. And that is what we're going to do first, before we get through these. And there will also be one cheat code that I will use for this as well, as I will use EVOS, which basically allows us to unlock all bonus cars, worlds, and all difficulty levels. These cheat codes, by the way, can be accessed at any time. You can either look on IGN or GameFAQs for the cheat codes if you want. And I am going to turn that on because we have a total of 6 bonus cars that we need to showcase here. And that's what we're doing. So we've got precisely 3 bonus stages here from WRC X. We've got this one, and this one. And I am going to go through each of these, whilst also giving you a showcase of the extreme model counterparts that we get with most of these cars, except for the Citroen. So we get the Peugeot 206, the Ford Focus, the Evo 7, also got the Subaru Pretzel, along with the Skoda Octavia, and the Hyundai Accent. And unfortunately, there is no extreme model for the Citroen. And the extreme models in this game, they do, in essence, give us a precursor of what's to come in WRC 3. Because, believe it or not, there is a bonus championship in WRC 3 called the Extreme Championship. And I will make sure to do that. But first of all, let's get down to business. And we are going to use the Focus for the first one, because I also want to try and see if I can give an outro for my Speeders of Summer project thing, and also for the trilogy. So we are going to be the guy we were for the Expert Championship. Might as well showcase these before I get down to the cheat codes. I am doing both of these in the same segment because, well, obviously one of the cheat codes is used to pretty much unlock all the bonus content, and I am pretty much showcasing all of this. So that's why I am basically doing this now, because I'm cool like that. As I almost go off the road.
30, dip. 100, caution, over jump into left 5, opens. 150, left 3.
Yeah, maybe I should have waited to showcase the bonus tracks afterwards. I think that's probably what I should have done, personally.
Right 3 over crest. 200, very long hairpin right.
But you know what? I have the time, so that's partly why I am doing this, basically.
100, caution, over jump. 100, caution, jump into left 2. 100,
As I'm honestly trying to make sure that I do something that actually works for this. Yeah, again, finding reverse gear, that's the only flaw I really have for this whole thing. But yeah, this basically is my totem run to basically say the race is over. As you'll find out when I get this run uploaded as my hopefully finalised run for the Speeders of Summer 3 outro I plan on uploading. Which basically is the end of my Speeders of Summer trilogy. I don't know if this is going to be the official attempt, but I am certainly going to try and make sure that this is very much going to be the attempt that works. I am certainly going to try, you can count on that, as I am flipping constantly. Yeah, there is nothing I can do about that jump, in all honesty. Well, I suppose it makes for decent... Okay, alright. That's a steep drop on that right hand side. Really gotta be mindful of that. Okay. I might have to do another one, just in case. Oh yeah, the replay music, by the way, that's also copyrighted. I decided to turn this off simply because, well... it was basically just because I wanted to at least make it so... Yeah, that's how you save replays, by the way. I figured for this last one, I just wanted to make it so for the original footage at least, it would not be the in-game audio just cutting me off. So, you know, there is that. So that's the first of our bonus tracks now showcased. I might as well get another one on the board just in case, because why not? And also because, well, I think it's just necessary. Yeah, I'll stick with the Focus for now, just because I may need some extra footage. I'll play as one of the other drivers this time. Okay, here we go. Anybody know? I'm up against the Peugeot Extreme car. I'm only doing this because I want to make sure that I have footage enough. I want to restart that. I was not happy with the way that one looked.
2, 1, go. 100 right 5. 3, 2, 1, 30, caution, upward jump and jump into right 5, 100 right 5. 70 left 6 into right 6. 100 long hairpin right.
I really don't know if I'm ready for this, but I'm certainly going to try either way,
100 left 2 into long hairpin right.
because I want to.
200 caution, over jump and jump into right 5 opens. 150 right 5.
I am definitely not prepared for driving these extreme model cars.
30 hairpin right.
These extreme models are insane because they have more than 600 horsepower.
Through water splash. 70 hairpin right. 100 caution, over jump and jump into right 5.
Close enough. Better save this one as well, just in case. I did make sure to record my other replays, so we should be fine. I want to try and see if I can get enough video footage for an outro. That's kind of why I used the Focus twice for that one. Okay, now I am using a different car. Because I said so, and also because our last one, it's basically us rolling down the mountain. And I say that because we are basically going down what's essentially a ski slalom. And yeah, we'll use the Peugeot. Why not? As for our driver, will be... Sure, let's be Richard. Why not? So here we go for the downhill mountain thing. Driving the Peugeot 206 Extreme model. As, yes, I am using manual transmission again, because I switched over to it. And yep, I knew that was coming. Well, thankfully at least this isn't too long. And somehow I did not miss the checkpoint. Even though the game sometimes will catch you out if you do miss it. So you have got to be wary of that. But anyway. That's pretty much what I am trying to do anyway. And yep, okay. I reset the car. Because we're not exactly doing the cheat codes just yet. I have driven all of the original cars at least once in this game, because I used the other 4 for the WRC challenge, and I also figured that once I'm done with this, I'm also going to use the other extreme model cars we have. Because why not? So yeah, this basically is a downhill ski slalom, if you're asking. Us basically just rolling down the mountain for what's essentially the final stage of the game. And in spite of the reset, I set a 144.5. Nice. Anyway, in spite of the one reset, now we can get through our cheat codes. And I think because I want to get through this quickly, I'm going to do these cheat codes basically 2 at a time. Well, realistically, we only have about 12 of these that actually work, and I am already using one of them with EVOS. So I'm going to do these 2 at a time. So first of all, we're going to use Kangaroo and Helium for our first one. And we are going to go... Let's go to Greece for our first one. And we will head to... Sure, let's do Karutas. And I think for this one... Yeah, we'll use the Evo 7. Why not? And I think this time... Yeah, let's be Alistair. And so here we go, for Karutas. And where, for about 30 seconds, I will show off both of these cheat codes. And probably also keep the Helium driver on, because why not? So yeah, the co-driver's voice is higher pitched than it was before. And I gotta say, the Evo 7 Extreme model, it just looks so cool, man. It practically fits this car perfectly, in my opinion. It's definitely one of those Group B homologations that I think had they continued Group B, this would have definitely worked. Because the Extreme model cars, they basically are Group B homologations, and they're also twice as fast as their real-life rally car counterparts. And yes, the car is more bouncy as a result of me putting on the Kangaroo cheat. I figured Greece was probably a good place to try this out because the roads are generally bumpy here. I think I'll get past the next sector split and then I'll call it. And then move on to the next one. Because I feel like enough time has already been wasted. I'll also keep the Helium co-driver on just because why not. So you know. Where's the second sector split? Is it near here or am I stupid? Oh, there it is. Okay, I think that's enough time spent with that now. So let's move on to the next one. So, I'm going to turn Kangaroo off. And this time, we're now going to switch over to Satellite. And, yeah. We'll switch to Satellite. And I think we'll also put on... Yeah, we'll put on Chrome as well. I'll probably keep Chrome on as well, just to show you what it looks like. And yeah, we'll go to Argentina this time. And we'll do the Subaru. And this time, Yeah, we'll be Petter Solberg. We haven't used him yet. So you may not notice this, but in just a second, aside from the car being chrome, which basically means it's stealth, you will also notice that we have got a higher overhead shot. Oh, okay. I'll probably keep this going for about... Yeah, I'll keep it going for about 20 seconds and then I'll get moving again. Hopefully this does give you enough of an idea of what this more or less is. Okay, anyway. Okay, I think that's enough time wasted now with that. And I have also shown you the chrome model as well, so good enough for me at least. Anyway. On to the next one. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's move on to Nitro. And then afterwards... I don't think we've got many more left. Oh, wait. Did I select Nitro or did I select Lunar? Okay. Well, I suppose I could select Lunar as well if I really wanted to. Yeah, I'll do that. So then I don't have to waste as much time getting through the other ones. I'm not doing flip left, by the way, because I'm not changing my controls. That's basically all that does. It changes your controls around. Yeah. So, use the Subaru. Now we'll use the Skoda. And we'll be... Yeah, we'll be Tony for this one. Because why not? I do still have the helium cheat code on because, well, I wanted to keep it on. Because why not? And also because I think it's funny. And holy shit, this thing has got some power. This thing has definitely got some power. Just want to try and find a place to... Anyway, that's what Lunar is. It's basically a reduction in gravity as my car is continually spinning. I'll probably show it to you again just for reference, because why not? But yeah, basically, this is more or less what it is. And as soon as I hit the ground, this thing is probably going to flip. And yep, there it is. It is very much flipping. And of course, Nitro is basically an increase in both power and speed. And this is pretty much what Lunar is as well, just for reference. Okay, I've had my fun with that now. On to the next one. Is what me thinks. Okay. So that's those two out the way. And now we can move on. Sure, we'll do these two. Why not? You'll immediately notice the difference because the sound effects will change. Although, I don't think it's possible to see the UFO thing in this game. So, yeah, good luck with that. If you're wanting to try and get the UFO to be seen, I don't think that's really possible. So, got one more extreme car to check out here, and that's that. And Yeah, I think we'll be Freddie Lloyd this time. Because I want to make sure that I am diversifying my driver selections, more or less, as much as I can. Yeah, by the way, I don't think it's possible to see the UFO in this game, but you can immediately tell it's a UFO because the sound effects have changed. I will do probably one part of the course just to see if I can find it, but I don't think that's really possible. At least I don't believe it to be possible. Well, there's nothing up in the air, so no doubt in saying the UFO is probably invisible. Unless it's hiding in plain sight. But I don't think you can really see it. I'm pretty sure it's hidden, from what I can establish. One advantage with front-wheel drive you get is the car is lighter compared to before. So yeah, there is that. Okay, I think that's enough time wasted there. Let's move on to the next one. And if you don't know what a UFO is, well, it's short for Unidentified Flying Object. So that's pretty much the no rear cheat code, which basically means that we are front-wheel drive and the car is lighter. Now, let's move on to Push Me. And I think we'll also do... yeah, we'll do Disco. All I need now is a night stage. And then we'll be all set. Let's go to... yeah, let's go to Italy. I think this might be the best place to showcase the Disco cheat code. So we've showcased all of the extreme cars. And now, I think there's only one driver I haven't played as yet in this game. And I think that one driver, if I remember correctly, is Kenneth Eriksson. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the UF Opta cheat code off. Okay. Anyway, this is what Disco looks like. I chose this stage because I know it's a night stage and also because, well, it's pretty much the best way to showcase what a disco truly looks like. And this time around, we are pretty much in rear-wheel drive only because, well, you can see the rear tyres are skidding a lot. Anyway. I think I'll make it up to the end of this first sector split and then I'll call it there. Because why not? Okay, that's enough. I think we only have one more cheat code left, if I remember correctly. Because 12 of these cheat codes I believe we've now used. So the only one I haven't used is Motion Blur. And I'm gonna turn that off, disco lighting, turn that off as well. The only one we haven't used is Motion Blur, and then I think after that we've pretty much used all of them. So this will be the final cheat code we showcase. And I think for our last one, yeah, let's head to the UK for this. And we're gonna do... Sure, why not? So we've pretty much played as every driver now. And I might as well finish this off with the car that I started this game with. And also with the driver I started with as well. Armin Schwartz. Because why not? Pretty much capping off this game the way I started it. And because it's a night stage, oh my god, this is very unusual, if I do say so myself. I can definitely see why some people would have a hard time adjusting their eyes to this. Okay. Yeah, this is hard. This is pretty hard. Okay, that's it. I'm not doing this anymore. The motion blur is irritating my eyes a little bit. It probably also irritates other people's eyes as well, but anyway, there you go. Those were the cheat codes of this game. And ultimately, I think we're going to send this off with the disco lighting again, and I think what we're going to do... Let's head to... Sure, we'll head to the stage we started this with, because why not? And I think all that's left for us to drive is the Citroen. Oh yeah, I never played as Thomas Radstrom, did I? Or Philippe. Well, I played as Philippe in the previous game, but that's by the by. Yeah, we'll be Thomas Radstrom to end this off. Figured I might as well end this off in a disco setting. And also because it's basically a night stage. Or feels like a night stage. Well, anyway. So there we go. That is now the end of WRC2 Extreme for the PlayStation 2. And in all honesty, I haven't really got a lot to say about the game, so I'm gonna make this quick. But overall, this game is a definite improvement over the previous one, for sure. And I also think that they improved on this game in just about every way possible, is what me thinks. Because this game, it definitely feels more like a rallying game than what the previous one did. I mean, the aesthetics, the visuals, hell, even the physics have all improved for this game compared to the previous one, and I think, in all honesty, it does take a bit of time to get used to the physics, but once you do get used to the physics and you truly understand this game, I think you can have an enjoyable experience overall. I mean, this is far from a bad game. I will say that for sure. And I think, in all honesty, this game, to me, is very much a precursor of things to come in the next two games. That would basically take the Evolution WR series to the next level, with the next two entries in both WRC3 and WRC4. Two games that I am really looking forward to playing when I get round to them. However, before then, I need to give my PlayStation 2 a rest, because I've pretty much been pounding the rock with this thing for the best part of about a year now, with the recent playthroughs I have come out with. So basically, for the next one, I'll be returning to my PlayStation 3, and I've already decided on what my next game is going to be. That will be Burnout Revenge. But overall, I still had a good time playing this game. The Expert Championship, I think it's a bit hard for the first half, and it was also probably the hardest thing I have done in a racing game in terms of beating, let alone finishing, since beating World Champion Savo, since beating the Midnight Club 2 World Champion Savo. Who, by the way, yes, I will say is extremely hard to beat in the first 4 races you do against him. I definitely have some comparisons between the Expert Championship and Savo over which one is harder, but in all honesty, I still managed to finish this, and in all honesty, I still think this game holds up pretty well even today. And when I get down to it, I will definitely be looking forward to playing WRC3. But in all honesty, this is a pretty good game. The Expert Championship, I think, was a bit of a grind, and at times I did get frustrated and mad with that, but I think that's natural with certain games. But aside from that, like with Midnight Club 2 and Savo, I was able to beat it, and surprisingly, I also managed to clinch my title points-wise a rally before the end, which is cool. So, that'll do it for WRC2, and also the Speeders of Summer project. And pretty much the Speeders of Summer trilogy in general, because this ultimately is the end. So all I can say now is a big thank you to everyone for watching. Do all of the YouTube algorithm stuff, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more from this channel. And I will see you all in Burnout Revenge, which I have said before will be my next game. So until then, this is Jordan Mustang 87 saying again, thanks for watching, and until the next one, see you later.